guest tonight is a five-time Grand Slam tennis champion, investor, best-selling author, and host of the new Vox Media podcast, Pretty Tough. Please welcome Maria Sharapova. 5-time Grand Slam champion between us.
Crowd.
I know, isn't that a great crowd?
Fantastic crowd. It's been a minute since I've seen a crowd like this.
They're hot. They knew that between us we would have 5 Grand Slam championships.
Good joke.
So
you got jokes.
I got jokes.
Yeah.
I got jokes. Those are my Grand Slam match wins. Grand Slam champion, former world #1, Olympic medalist, best-selling author. Podcast?
That
was the one thing missing from your resume?
Apparently that's the evolution.
Pretty tough. I don't think of you as pretty tough. I watched you compete for so many years, and it was 100% tough. It was all-out tough.
Oh.
Tell me a little bit about this Pretty Tough. I think I have an idea of what it's about, but...
Pretty Tough was very much my mentality from my youth. I pumped my fist from the very beginning, and I did not apologize for it. I got slack for it, right? It's the only thing I was known for. But since I retired, it's been a few years, then I had a kid, and I'm like, all of those lessons still apply, and you still have to, fight for what you believe and work hard and be determined, and all the elements of being pretty tough.
Where does... from the age of 5, you were training to be a world champion. The competitiveness in your eyes and your body are so evident from watching you. Where is that competitive energy now? Because you don't have the outlet of the tennis court.
It's so funny when you say that, because I have a 3.5-year-old. He's almost 4, and I'm like, there is no competitive energy anywhere in that child. There's energy. It's not competitive. So I look back to those days, and look, we moved to this country. I was just 6 years old, and we had a vision and a dream, and I loved what I did. I loved being an athlete. I loved being a competitor. Such a huge identity of mine. But as a female athlete, the time will come much sooner than if you were a CEO or an entrepreneur. And so I started kind of building those small steps toward my future and in business and entrepreneurship, and now in the podcast space.
What do you want to achieve with the pod? Because you host it. You have female guests on. I mean, ambitious, successful. Your first guest was Zoe Saldana.
Yes.
What
today.
It's amazing. I listened to it. It's fun to hear 2 legends talking about such different fields and their lives. What are you trying to achieve with it?
Well, it's the juxtaposition of being that gritty, leading a team, but also being elegant and being vulnerable and being soft and being motherly, and those 2 can coexist at the same time. I often had to choose one or the other by the press and by the media and by occasionally friends and family, but especially now with being a mother and having friends that have children, we also face similar, I felt like they could really relate to the concept and the subject, and it felt like a very natural evolution.
Not to mention, every podcast is a guy.
Oh, I like that you can swear here.
You can swear here. We do this shit.
Okay.
When I swear here, nobody in a chair goes code violation, Mr. Kosta.
That's fantastic. One of my first meetings with Vox Media, I was like, I'm only doing the podcast if I can swear.
Okay, great.
I cannot get through an hour interview without saying
Did you get code viilations as a player? I don't remember a lot of that.
I was pretty put together.
Yeah,
it's all gone downhill since.
So, that's okay.
Yeah, I kept it together pretty good.
So much
on the outside.
On the outside.
On the inside, I was like...
So much of podcasting is male-driven.
Yes.
The manosphere and hosted by a man.
The manosphere. I've been hearing that a lot.
You've been hearing that.
Yeah.
Is your... you're a competitive person. Is your intention to take on the manosphere, or is it just to showcase more female-driven properties?
Oh, I think a lot of men have great content. I listen to it a lot. And there are few... I love how you just gave yourself a compliment. But equally, there's so much room for growth for females to host podcasts. I mean, Kara Swisher, Mel Robbins, those were all my inspirations leading into this. So I feel like there's room in the sandbox.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
in researching you, getting a chance to talk with you, I don't get to talk with a lot of Grand Slam champions. It's awesome you're here. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. But I had forgotten that you had played 5 Grand Slam finals you did not win. And I'm just,
thank you for reminding me.
Well, I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
But it is just so impossible to even make a finals period.
Right.
And you always talk about.
It's so disappointing when you lose in the final.
I know.
It's actually tougher to lose in the final than it is to lose in the semis.
Why?
Because you get to watch the other player receive the winner's trophy.
Right.
I don't know what other sport you really do that, where you're standing right next to them and they're like, and the champion is not you.
It is truly remarkable that in tennis, you battle, and you have to stand there and go,
really
it's such
tough.
a pleasure to play you.
Oh,
I
know.
I wanted to I don't want to, you talk so much about learning from losses or failing forward. And I have a list here of the Grand Slams you did not win. And I'm sorry that I have to bring this up. But I'm wondering.
Why did I come here?
Well, no, because.
Okay, start.
Okay, 2007 Australian Open final. You lose to Serena Williams.
Yes.
What do you remember about that match? What did you take from that match?
Nothing.
Really?
Next.
Well, let me preface by saying this. You beat Serena for your first Grand Slam when you were 17 years old at Wimbledon. She's the defending champion. She's world #1. You come on the stage and you beat Serena Williams.
Yeah.
From what I know about Serena, she was waiting to take some revenge.
Well, that's a sign of a champion.
Sign of a champion, right? Okay, so that one you didn't learn anything from.
Nope,
What about
nothing.
2011 Wimbledon final? You lost to Petra Kvitova.
Oh, it's hard losing at Wimbledon, whether it's first round or the finals. But no, the reason I say you learn so much from losing is because I think that's when you do your best work. That is when you get back to the drawing board, you huddle with your team, you think of, you analyze, right? You think of a new plan. When you're winning, you're confident and things just flow. They just go according to plan and you don't think about, oh, well, what can I do better?
Yeah.
So I think you're growing when you're actually not at your best.
I love that.
Can you relate?
I can relate. I have kids and a wife. I'm fully aware of when I'm failing. What about the 2007 year-end in Madrid with Justine Henin? What was that match all about? Tell me why.
It was a heartbreaker because I had so many. This is against Justine Henin, who was like the fiercest competitor against me. Like her game, her on a good day and me on a good day, it was a better day for her.
Yeah.
3 hours long, 3+, and I end up losing. It was back and forth.
Yeah.
And this is like season-end championships, not a major, but a big deal.
Yeah,
you want to end the year on a good note. And it's sometimes tougher to lose a third set than it is to just lose in straight sets. And I come off the court and they're just celebrating with the team and they have champagne and and my dad was my coach at the time and he looks at me and he's like, we're gonna get our revenge. And I went into the off season, I didn't take a vacation, which I had planned. My friends were all disappointed and I said, I'm going back to the drawing board. And I worked hard. I came into the Australian Open just 2 months later. I draw her in the quarterfinal. I'm like, terrible draw. And I beat her in 2 sets. And I always think of that match because I became a better player because of it.
I love that. That's amazing. We're seeing a trend with athletes prioritizing their mental health.
Yes.
I mean, the WTA travels with a therapist now. I don't think that was available to you in your time. I feel like, what's your take on athletes prioritizing their mental health? In some ways, that might be seen as a weakness when you were playing.
Oh, no, it's not. I think accepting the fact that you can, well, first of all, it's a very expensive sport. So you have to get to a position where you can afford a team with a coach and a fitness trainer and a physio and all that, and perhaps a mental coach. I usually had a small team because I just felt less pressure. I didn't have to report to that many people.
Right.
But the teams are growing now. Like the boxes of 10 people, that's not enough anymore.
Right.
You have a full entourage. It's overflowing. I don't think it's a weakness. I think acknowledging that you want to grow, like if it's mentally, if it's physically, you always want to improve.
Were you focused on your mental toughness, on working on that, or is that something that was innate? And you had worked on forehands, backhands instead?
I would sometimes get off the court and say I was a little soft today. Like I wanted my opponent to make a mistake. I didn't go for the winner.
Yeah.
I'd say that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to if I lost, I wanted to lose in my own terms.
Love that. Well, you did. You played like that, and you're so much fun to watch. I'm going to flip the script here. At the end of your podcast, you ask your guests pretty tough questions.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask you your pretty tough questions because you interview women of high achieving and high status. Well, you should be interviewing you. Are you ready for pretty tough questions that you created?
Oh, my goodness.
Maria Sharapova.
Oh.
Most common misconception about you.
Oh, that I'm a cold bitch. Hi. What do we think?
What do we think is great? What's your relationship to perfection?
Oh, you want to be perfect. Believe me, I strive for perfection on the court, but I realize that it's impossible. First of all, you lose a lot more than you win, and that's just a fact, and you just got to go with it.
Well, you won like 81% of your matches, so you didn't lose
Did
more.
I?
Someone like me lost more than I won for sure.
Thank you for knowing that stat.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. My posture is a lot better after hearing that.
This was not your pretty tough question. This is mine. Let's be real. How bullshit is a curveball? Yes.
Okay.
Let's be real. How bullshit is pickleball?
I like where you're headed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you played?
I like it a lot. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, on national television.
Oh, okay.
It didn't go well.
Didn't go well?
No, I played with Johnny Mac.
Okay.
And it ended, he didn't even say goodbye to me.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's on brand for him.
Yeah, we lost, clearly.
Yeah.
We played doubles, and he was on my team.
Okay.
I haven't played since.
I always tell people I had a good relationship with my parents, so I don't have to play pickleball. Maria, I don't get to talk to a Grand Slam champion very often. Tennis to tennis.
Yes.
People who are watching who play the sport at all different levels. What's one piece of advice you could give a tennis player on a way to improve their game? Anything at all?
Their game?
Or just, their approach, their game, their anything.
Don't miss.
Don't miss. I love that.
Do not miss.
We make it too complicated sometimes.
Yeah, you overthink it. Just let it go.
Just don't miss.
Let it go. Trust your instinct. Just do it.
Thank you for being here and talking with us. New episodes of the podcast, Pretty Tough and Maria Sharapova, come out each Wednesday. Maria Sharapova!